Welcome back to Badger Witch Tarot. I'm Emily. My pronouns are they, them. Welcome. I know it's been a very long time. I took a bit of a hiatus from posting on YouTube and Instagram, but I decided to restart, coming from a more authentic place and doing more cozy videos because honestly, that's what I like watching, and I think a lot of people do. So that's what I'm gonna try to do, just to be relaxing with it. So for today, first of all, I'm sorry for my raspy voice. I am sick at the moment, but also bored out of my mind. So that's where this video comes in. So I'm drinking my tea here in my wonderful cup that was a gift, and it's this tea. Um, the Witchwood Teahouse Divination tea, and it is marvelous. Check them out on Etsy, or their website. I'll zoom in here, and I'll also link it below. Uh, no sponsorship or anything, just sharing some things I love. Um, so today I am planning to do a deck flip through of two of my favorite decks that I use all the time. And also I made up my tarot area all cozy. There's my lamp that has all crystals in it, and my candle. The candle is my favorite candle from a local metaphysical shop, the Ritual shop. Ritualist shop. I'll link that below as well. And then those are my guidebooks, and I have some of my favorite decks out. And then in the drawers, I have more oracle decks and boxes and journaling stuff, tarot stickers, more tarot decks. It needs to be organized. And what else? I also have my charm set that I'm building, which maybe I can go through that sometime too. So, okay, welcome. I'm gonna get set up and you get set up and cozy, maybe with a beverage, and let's look through some of my favorite decks. Okay, so here we go. Just get cozy. This is, I actually crocheted this tarot deck um, pouch and mat, not my pattern. I will link the pattern and the creator of it below. Really wonderful. And there's this little pocket. I put in my little meditation beads in there. And I also usually keep my little notebook to write down my tarot readings. This is actually my artwork. I made these stickers. And yeah, this is my little notebook, my little tarot stickers. Yeah, just giving you a little insight into my little daily tarot coziness. So I think we'll start with the Oracle deck. So this is my absolute favorite Oracle deck at the moment anyway. Tends to change. So it is the Witch's Kitchen Oracle cards by Barbara Meiklejohn-Free and Flavia Kate Peters, illustrated by Richard Crookes. This is such a great deck. It's got, so every page has a little spell, guidance in relation to the specific herb or plant or ingredient from the Witch's Kitchen, recipes, and also like historical information about how the herb has been used in the past. So really cool. The guidebook is great. Sometimes I just read intuitively, but I often read from the guidebook because it's so just so great. Love it very much. And then the cards themselves are gorgeous. So they've got those gilded edges, well, silver edges, and this is the back of the cards. And then each card has an herb or something from the witch's kitchen, and the images are just so wonderful and in depth. And so they have the name of the herb or flower, and then a, you know what I mean, oh, good gracious, my brain is not working with the sickness I have at the moment. Um, a guide word. Apologies. Okay, so you've got elderflower here. It's cool you have the little fairies in there, and even like things that can be made with it, like a wand and cupcakes. And there's a little cat in the background, which makes me so happy. If you know anything about me, I love cats, and I will probably mention that many, many times. So, yeah, let's flip through this a little bit. It's a very accurate deck. I find it gives me just the messages I need to hear. Doesn't really doesn't really sugarcoat it. That's funny. I did not plan that. Um, so sometimes the messages are a little intense, but also with advice. So there's something you can do about it if it's not quite what you want to hear, you know what I mean? I love this stuff. It's just so beautiful. It's a little hard to shuffle, especially if you have small hands. I have pretty big hands, so it's okay, but something to keep in mind. Um, I'll have to see if I can find the box. It has a really nice box. Not a big one, just the size of the cards in the guidebook. But yeah, like this is one of those like warning kind of cards. And like this is a great way to learn about like ingredients that you wouldn't otherwise know. Or uses for things that you just have in your kitchen. Basil, rosemary, really common, or stuff in bath products, patchouli, catnip. I love that catnip bond, mustard. But like, look at all the detail in the images. Sorry, sip of tea. Yeah, like, so cool. Like that one too. Aloe. Like some of them you would know, but it's really interesting some of the lore behind some of these common kitchen ingredients. St. John's wort. Just me bringing a PSA for St. John's wort. If you take any kind of mental health med, like don't take St. John's wort. It's dangerous to mix. Just a PSA. I'm sure you already know that if you do, but doesn't hurt to add. And as always, like, please use common sense and discretion and don't use this video as health advice and things like that. You know, the YouTube things. Oh, I love this one, the apple. salt, chocolate, eucalyptus, onion. This one's interesting, cloves. I don't remember. I think this one is like protection against gossip and like, energy vampire type things. Honey. Honey has so many uses. And this deck is so cool because, like, I know I personally am trying to learn more about herbalism and witchcraft and also, like, homeopathic remedies and stuff. I mean, I'm not a science denier or anything. I just like to learn about that kind of thing and how people, before modern medicine, like what people used. And there's still a lot of wisdom in that. So, yeah. So that is that deck. Love it so much. Let me see if I can find the box. I cannot find that specific box, but same maker is the Witch's Wisdom, and it comes in the same box as the Witch's Kitchen. It just is the Witch's Kitchen cover. Okay, so that was that deck, and now I will move on to my favorite tarot deck. Okay, so my favorite um, tarot deck is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake and the art by Elisabeth Alba. And I learned about this deck on my favorite tarot reader YouTuber channel, which is how I got into like making videos and like creative tarot content for myself. So Liz at Charmed Intuition Tarot. She's absolutely wonderful, and I doubt she knows who I am, but I am an avid follower of her channel and love everything she does and wish her well. So I will link her channel below. Um, yeah, so that's where I learned about this deck, and it is just so warm and cozy and just witchy, and there are cats, and it gives you gentle advice, but doesn't stay away from the important stuff either. So it's a really well balanced deck, a really good everyday deck. Comes with it comes in a box. I don't have the box anymore. I tend to not like the boxes they come in. But anyway, this is the guidebook. It's full size, full cover, full color, places for notes. Um, Really beautiful. And this guidebook is so helpful if you're learning tarot, if you're learning to strengthen your intuition and like read tarot intuitively. That is such a great book. Um, and uh, it the deck is just great. The backs, so it doesn't have a reversible design, so it's kind of hard to read reversals, but you still could, but it's just you would see that it's reversed. Um, yeah, so let's start going through this. Just the detail. I love Elisabeth Alba's art. And this deck I've had for years now, like 6 or 7 years. Absolutely one of my favorites. And the cats in each picture, and they're also relevant. Like the cats are they're not just there, like they're a part of the scene. And there's, it follows the Smith Rider-Waite, but also with Deborah Blake's and Elisabeth Alba's own twist to it. So it's like easy to learn with the common symbolism of the Rider-Waite, but also it's a really good deck to start with and to read intuitively. And they're a good size. They're like a nice shuffle size. They're kind of in between glossy matte. They're not that thick, but they're not too thin either. They they can you have to be careful because they can like the edges can bend and stuff, so they're not quite as hardy as I might like. Oh, I love that. Look at the little cat. I'm obsessed. Okay. But really, really great deck, really inspiring. This deck is one of the decks that is really inspiring me to make my own tarot deck. I've got about 20 cards drawn so far, just in rough rough drafts of everything. But I've been really enjoying that and letting my creativity flow with that. I'm probably not going to show my art on here, except for like those stickers I showed, um, just because there are some awful people who love to steal art. So, but it is something I am very passionate about, and it's a project, a long-term project that's making me very happy. Love the Hermit card. Tell me some of your favorite decks and some of your favorite cards, what you look for in a deck, whatever you want to share in the comments. Um, I'm definitely going to be more consistent about posting. I'm probably not going to do as many pick a cards as I had done in the past. They take a lot of energy and a lot of time that I just don't always have. And also, my health isn't the best, so I have to kind of go with how much energy I have. But I love these kind of cozy, almost ASMR videos. So that's kind of what I'm going with right now. I also have an Instagram channel where I post like little readings and personal reading tidbits, that kind of stuff. If you're interested, no pressure. Like I said, I'm not doing this as like a professional content creator or anything. This is just for fun and peace. Sorry, there's a shadow there. I love this Three of Cups. Three of Cups is one of my favorite cards. I feel like a lot of times in relationship readings, it gets a bad rap because it's like, third party situation. You hear that a lot, but I don't know. I think that's also skewed sometimes from a place of, I don't know, fear, but sometimes it's accurate. I don't know. I'm rambling. I just think the Three of Cups is more um, friendship, community, connection, celebration. But there's always context, so I love that. I just love this deck. This is probably one of my favorite Eight of Swords. It's just so clear that the character in the card is not actually trapped, but in their in their mind and with their thoughts. It's a self-trapped kind of thing. Two of Swords, Three of Swords. I like this Three of Swords too. Oof, that's a mood. Any of my anxiety friends out there? Yep, we know this feeling. Oh, this Ace of Cups. This is one of my favorite Ace of Cups also. I apologize if you can hear that. They're mowing the lawn outside my apartment building. Love this tower. Love this tower. It puts a very empowered spin on the tower, which I really like because I think we tend to give the tower card way more power than it really has, you know? I think, yes, there are situations we can't control happening in our life. There's chaos, there's change, there's shocking and hard events, but this shows the initiative in rebuilding something that's not on a solid foundation and also, you know, taking your power back and, feeling a determination to move forward from things that go wrong, I suppose. That's at least what this card says to me in this deck. Lovers. This one's so cute. It reminds me of a video game. Knight of Cups. This almost gives me Page of Cups vibes, though. But yeah, Knight of Cups. Well, I guess not. No, that's pretty typical for Knight of Cups. Knight of Wands. I don't think we've seen the Queen of Wands yet. She is amazing. By the way, reminder that, the Queens and Kings, you don't have to be of any specific gender to connect with any of the court cards, and they can represent any gender. The Sun. I love this. I love that it's not just a child in this image, it's like 3 generations of people. It's really beautiful. I love this Judgment card as well. High Priestess. Oh, I guess we did do the Queen of Wands. I'm going to find her again because it's just such a badass card. I mean, she's sitting with a dragon. How cool is that? Where are you? I didn't lose it. Hmm. Watch it be all the way at the beginning. Ah, there it is. I mean, just look at that. How badass is she? Or they? Or him? Just awesome. All right, so those are my two favorite decks, or at least my two favorite of the moment. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was cozy and relaxing, and I will see you again soon.